Good evening and welcome to another edition of 10 Fast E. And today I want to talk to you about taking out the rear diff and rebuilding it on the L1evo. So let's go straight into it, and this is how I go about it. So wheels off, so this is basically straight in, and how quickly we can do this. This wing's looking a bit sad. Done quite a lot of racing. Okay, wings off. Now first things first, we want to take off the roll bar connection here. I don't know if I actually need to do this, but I'll do it anyway. Just gets that out of the way. And then the top four gearbox top screws. Actually, I need to do it all. And that's the back ones. And then the front ones, which are located down here. That's those, and then we need to take off the back two of the top deck, the HD top decks, so one on either side. And then this one over here. Okay, so that's loose. There we go. So the gearbox lifts off. Now you can take the shocks off and things, but you don't really need to. Now having the roll bar loose then means you can have a bit more room to pop the diff out. Flip the belt to one side. It can be a bit tricky with the drive shafts, so yeah, they get in the way. So normally I'll pop off one of the ball joints for the turnbuckles, just to give it a bit more room. So we can pop the drive shafts out. 1, 2, there we go. So yeah, diff's out. This is the alloy diff. Let's quickly pop the bearings off. I run 2 shims onto the back of the bearing to get my shimming right. 1 shim on the out drive here, and I believe I just run the big 0.5 shims inside, and I think on this diff I've actually added 1 thin shim behind one of the 0.5 shims because it felt a little loose, so it's a bit tighter now. Gives a bit more resistance, but there's no chance of the gear skipping with 1 tiny shim in there. I'm just going to check the teeth on the external, on the belt here. There's no dirt clogged up in there, and no damage, no chips, so it all looks good. There's a bit of residual oil around this screw hole here, so maybe the screw wasn't quite tightened up 100%, but it's minimal, really is very minimal. There's nothing to worry about in there. I mean, I've been running on Astro's, done about 2 or 3 meetings since I've rebuilt it, so it's time for it to have a strip down. Oh, it looks pretty good. Putting it back together is exactly the same way, just in reverse. So yeah, that's the diff out. So next thing is to strip it down and have a look what it looks like inside. Let's get some tissue. Strip this down. So let's have a little look what we got. So what you have here, I'll just angle this down a little bit. Give it a little wipe. Yep. Okay, so 0.5 driver. There's a little bit of residual oil around here, so I might change the diff seal to a new one and grease it when I put it back together. so it's a bit more, there's a better chance of sealing up. These diffs are very good quality, to be fair. Once you build them, they stay pretty perfect. Right, that's the last screw come out. Let's put this apart and see what it looks like inside. Pretty dark oil, so definitely time for a rebuild. Use my 1.5 driver just to scoop out these 4 gears. Pop them out upside down. And the cross pin's all good. It just needs a good clean up, really. What I like to do with this is to take it apart and put it to one side, just leave it to drain off by itself. Okay, so just grab that gear, drop it onto the tissue. I think I'm running about 10k in that one at the moment, if I remember correctly. Right, I shall leave that to drain and come back to it. Well, I can be, maybe tomorrow, or maybe like tonight, and give it a little spray, clean up and rebuild. But yeah, that should do. Thanks for watching.